Now we will go through the whole process step by step and demonstrate how it works. At first, we have to go to WISE-PaaS technical portal. And then click sign in. Type your username and password and click sign in. Then go to my space management portal. Now we get into management portal. And then select your organization, select your space, and click Portal SCADA. Then open your SCADA portal. Then I will create a new project. I use the name William, for example. So I have a project with project ID William. Then I will create a new SCADA. William, I give it a name William SCADA. Then click OK. So I will have a new SCADA, which name is William SCADA. And I will have its SCADA ID, its credential key, and its DCCS API URL. Then I copy all of this information. Then go to Project Home in Web Access side. Then I will create a project named William and give it a localhost IP address. And add a SCADA node. Note that in node property, I should paste all the information from WISE-PaaS SCADA from here to here, and then choose Enable. And then I add a constant point. Now I have a constant point, and then I have to put this constant point to my whitelist. Select constant point node type, and then click my tag. Change the deadband to 0, and then click Save. So this tag will be uploaded to WISE-PaaS SCADA after I download the project and start the kernel. So now the download process is finished. Then I will start a kernel here. William, and William SCADA. Let's start a kernel. So now let's go to the project again. We can verify that the SCADA node status is online. Also, the tag constant point is online too. We can check the tag value. Currently, the value is 0. So let's change the constant point value in WISE-PaaS SCADA. For example, I will change the value to 30. Change the value to 30. We can see in WISE-PaaS SCADA, the value is changed to 32. And now, let's go to WISE-PaaS dashboard. Sign in first. After we go to the dashboard homepage, we have to configure the data source first. Select Configuration, Data Source, and then click Add Data Source. Then select the data source type. Now, please refer to your version of API SCADA Simple JSON in Management Portal. Now we can see that our version is 1.0.10. So, because our API SCADA Simple JSON version is 1.0.10, and we have to choose the data source type SCADA Simple JSON. Note that before or equal to version 1.0.10, we have to choose the data source type SCADA Simple JSON. But if your version is higher than 1.0.11 or equal to 1.0.11, please choose the type SCADA Simple JSON SSO. And now, because our version is 1.0.10, so we use SCADA Simple JSON, for example, in this hands-on. Then give it a name. For example, I give it a name, new data source. And I have to copy the URL from Management Portal. The URL should be in application list API SCADA Simple JSON. This one. And then click Save and Test. If your version of API SCADA Simple JSON is larger than or equal to 1.0.11, and here is the procedures to add a data source. And then first, we have to choose the data source type SCADA Simple JSON SSO. Then give it a name. And then type the URL of your SCADA Simple JSON. And then you have to type HTTPS at first. And then copy this website to here. And then access use direct. And click with credentials. And then we have to type the SCADA API URL. The SCADA API URL is in Portal SCADA. And copy this URL. Copy this URL without version number, without your version number. And Also, we have to type HTTPS at the beginning and then type /API. And then we can click Save and Test. The data source is working, and then come back to the dashboard page. Then we can create a new dashboard. Then we add a new dashboard. You can select any panel you want. For example, we use single state panel. And then click Edit. The data source, we have to choose SCADA Simple JSON. And choose the SCADA you like to use. Then choose the device, choose the tag. And now we can see that the value 30 is identical from WISE-PaaS SCADA. Now, let's demonstrate the troubleshooting part. We have to install Pi-hole first, and then execute Pi-hole. Then add a new connection. Click Enable Login. With username and password. Should be here. Under port 1883. There is a username and a password. Let's copy it. And then use the server URL we talked before. The server URL is this one. Then click Connected. Now we can show the status is connected. Then add a subscription. The SCADA ID should be your SCADA ID. For example, this is my SCADA ID. And I'm going to subscribe the data topic and click subscribe. So therefore, once I change the tag value, for example, I change it to 80, I can modify the data change from Pi-hole. Can verify that the tag name tag 01 change its value to 80. You can also save this message file. So here is the usage of PaaS. And this is the end of today's hands-on. Thank you.